Welcome back to 3 News at 5. Controversy still surrounds the release of the Epstein Files after the Department of Justice redacted thousands of photos and documents. Now Democrats and Republicans are calling for legal action. NBC's Julia Ainsley has details from Washington.
Congress has left Washington for the winter break, but that hasn't stopped lawmakers on both sides of the aisle from criticizing the Department of Justice's release of the heavily redacted Jeffrey Epstein files. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer today introducing a resolution to take legal action for what he calls the DOJ's blatant disregard for the Epstein Files Transparency Act. The resolution echoes calls from lawmakers on both sides for more transparency.
They're flouting the spirit and the letter of the law. It's very troubling, the posture that they've taken.
This was a slap in the face of survivors. What do they want? They want to know who are the rich and powerful men who visited Epstein's rape island and covered up the abuse.
Of the roughly 3,500 files released Friday, more than 680 pages of documents were entirely redacted. The DOJ defending what they've released.
So we are in every way, shape, and form complying with the statute.
Some documents, like this one, featuring a picture of President Trump, were released, then recalled, then released again.
We learned after releasing that photograph that there were concerns about those women and the fact that we had put that photo up. So we pulled that photo down. It has nothing to do with President Trump.
All of it leaving victims of Epstein frustrated. The family of Virginia Roberts Giuffre, one of the most vocal Epstein survivors who died by suicide earlier this year, still calling for accountability for the powerful people who were part of the late sex offender's orbit.
I think we still have a big fight ahead of us. We understand that, and we won't stop. We won't stop until true justice is actually served.
A number of Epstein survivors released a statement today asking lawmakers to take decisive action to enforce the law and compel the DOJ to fully comply. And late this afternoon, a spokesperson for former President Clinton, whose picture was released in the trove of photos from DOJ, is calling on the Attorney General to immediately release anything mentioning the former president, saying Mr. Clinton needs no protection. Julia Ainsley, NBC News, Washington.